We are moments away from President Trump speaking about that historic tax reform that has made it through both the House and the Senate. It is a massive victory for his administration, a much needed one. But there's been many more. So the question is, why aren't we hearing about them as much? Well, here to discuss, presidential historian Doug Wead. Doug, before I get into some of the details, have we ever seen a president like Donald Trump?
Never, Ashley. And I would say that Donald Trump, love him or hate him, has been the most impactful president we've had since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I mean, we've got these jobs, 1.7 million jobs his first year, immigration, illegal immigration dropping like a rock, unemployment lowest in 17 years. It's amazing. Take, for example, energy independence. Jimmy Carter would have cut off his right arm for that. Presidents have begged for that. On and on the list goes. Truly remarkable. ISIS has been wiped off the maps of the Middle East. This is a pretty remarkable year.
And yet, if you listen to the mainstream media, Doug, you don't really get that sense at all. Have you ever seen a president given so much negative coverage?
No, and the numbers show that. I saw one 91% and another one similar was 90% negative. And to known that going in, we would have said this guy's a goner. But there's a dramatic change taking place with YouTube and live streaming and Twitter, and he's taking advantage of that technological change, and there's resistance in the marketplace, and you can see the mainstream media is just shrill. They can feel this change of power. They don't like it. They're like a parent whose kid is going out on their own, and they don't like it one bit. But Lord Melbourne once said, the problem with the scandal is you never know who gets splashed by mud. So now the Russian scandal's backfiring a little bit and involving Democrats. So is the sex scandal with the Lisa Bloom thing. And today you had McCabe on Capitol Hill testifying. So obstruction of justice isn't working out for them either. So it's high drama, high drama.
Never a dull moment, that's for sure. Listen, we know what's been going on here domestically, but how do you think Donald Trump is perceived around the world?
Very interesting to me because I travel the world a lot, so I'll sit in a taxi cab in Paris, and it's very similar to what we experience here. People won't open up and really tell you what they think unless you do it first, and then they'll weigh in. A lot of people around the world have similar instincts that the system is corrupt, that the central bank works for some, not for others, that the environmental regulations are enforced for some companies, not others, not enough competition, not enough room for the little guy. So there are some out there, the numbers wouldn't show it, that are rooting for him, just as there were here in this country.
And there were some not rooting for him within his own party, and that certainly came out. Do you think this legislative win, which was much needed, as I say, on tax reform, can this give him and the administration the momentum they need, do you think, to start really pushing forward next year with other items like infrastructure?
Yeah, this is big. Ashley, you said it correctly. This is big. If you stop and think, it took Ronald Reagan 5 years to get here. He got his tax cut, but he didn't get tax reform, which was his crown jewel of his whole time in office until his 5th year. So this has got to show some in the establishment. But remember, they don't call it the establishment for nothing. And it's Democrats and Republicans, and they're hanging on for dear life to a rigged system that benefits them. So they've got to see that the free market really is better. I call it Yellen envy, and that is the corporate guy says, maybe that company's cheating better than we are. Maybe it's better for us to go free market again.
I got 30 seconds, Doug. Do you think Donald Trump is getting better at the job? Is he learning? Is he learning from his mistakes?
You know, I wonder about that, Ashley. I think maybe I'm figuring him out a little bit better than I had. He may have been a little more calculated than I gave him credit for. But, yeah, he's got a lot to brag about this first year, no question about it.
Certainly does. Doug Wead, fantastic stuff, presidential historian. Doug, thank you very much. We are literally moments away now from President Trump, who is holding